YouTube, new family. What is going on? Daniel back, another video. We are back with the red glasses. It is currently 6, almost 7, and we are on our way to Brazil. So I have packed, and we're off to Rio de Janeiro. Crazy. So my flight's at 11:30 p.m. I'm gonna shoot this video, and then we're gonna go shoot a vlog as well. I haven't done that in a while, but it's Brazil. It's my first time. I could say another thing off the bucket list. Just Brazil in general, beautiful. Rio de Janeiro, you see it all the time on your social media, in movies. The Jesus statue as well, Christ the Redeemer, and it's just something that I've grown up, a country I've known for a long time, being my family being from Argentina and Ecuador. Brazil was like a big, soccer, football country. Always competing with Argentina, so it's like I could say pretty close to my heart. And I've just always, in the past, because they were rivals, and I was an ego, I would say, oh, I can't go to Brazil. And when I was in Brazil 4 years ago, Argentina 4 years ago, I'm gonna go to Argentina as well after. But I would say like, oh, I can't be in Brazil. They're the enemy. It's fake. It's just stories. There's no enemy. But yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy. Somebody told me to go, so I'm on my way. And I want to make a quick video before I leave, upload it, and then get to the vlog. But essentially, I was speaking about this with somebody, and I'm not excited for the trip. That sounds weird. That sounds, against what most people say of like, oh, I can't wait to go, and finally, and about time, and I hate it here, and like, thank God I get to go. But like, packing the past few days, today, waking up and getting another day, and knowing I was going, but like not excited, not like, I'm not anxious, I'm not like, I can't wait to see it. It's just like, I'm just flowing with it. And, excitement really is the devil, because excitement just is a feeling that you want to escape with. Excitement is just another feeling. I know I was always excited in the past to go on trips, to see certain, events, go to certain events, music events, see an ex-girlfriend I was dating at the time, because I wanted to escape my reality. I wanted to like leave, Canada and work as fast as possible and just go see her and escape in the music and the drugs and the country and whatever it was, escape and excited. But, and when I came back, I was just like low, not grateful, just, bad mood. And then, excited to leave again, just escaping and excited. So excitement really is a devil. Peace is what you want to look for. Like I said, I'm not excited. I'm not like, oh yeah, I can't wait, happy, like doing backflips. I'm just grateful that I get another day and God is giving me the opportunity to go and experience this. Like, I don't have any expectations. I'm not looking, what I'm gonna do, or itinerary, or this or that, or my checklist to Brazil. I really just want to go see the statue. That's about it, and maybe a football game. Yeah, the rest is up to God, what He tells me in my conscience at the moment. But like, there's nothing really that's there. Like, oh, these are the top 10 things I have to do in Brazil. I didn't chat GPT anything or Google anything, because like I said, you have to be at peace wherever you are. If you're getting a brand new car, if you're getting a mansion, if you hit, I don't know, 1 million followers, or your video gets 10 million views, you don't have to get excited. It's not something you escape with. The external is something you can escape with, and I've done for so long. But now that I've done this journey and I've done so much inner work, I don't need to escape anywhere. Like, I could happily stay here as well and just enjoy and work and just show up for God. But like I said, God is blessing me with this trip. He blessed me with Europe as well, and I'm going, of course, much more at peace. This is like the most at peace I've been in a while, actually ever. I've never been at peace like this, when you're chasing and escaping. And going to see Brazil as well. It's my first time going on a solo trip, so I'm going by myself. I'll meet my sister after a few days, but the first few days, say Friday to Sunday is going to be just myself. So crazy. I'm going to enjoy that. I'm bringing my salsa shoes, bringing, not much, just salsa shoes, some clothes, packing less as well. Like, it's crazy. Like, I need less. I don't have this feeling towards Brazil. It's grateful. And, I want this to be something that everyone has, because society tells you it's about being excited and about, like, escaping, and, they sell you the vacation, the escape this, escape that. They want you to have that feeling. Society wants you to have that escaping feeling, excited feeling about anything. But like I said, it takes you away from your power. Your power is being present. Your power is not being in the future or the past. It's being aligned. It's being here. It's being now. It's being at peace, being grateful, and being passionate to show up for Jesus. And really, that's it. That's the lifestyle. That's the 0.0% lifestyle. Just being able to, not escape or be a prisoner to feelings, to you getting or escaping with something that you get, or a place you get to go see, or maybe someone you date. I was escaping as well with that. It's just escaping and excited to escape, and then it's just like you're looking for this always, like up here, and you just drop down here, and you like here, and you go lower, and here and lower, and you need more and more and more. It's fake. It's not real. It's something you create in your head. But when you really put in the work, you really show up, you really just see the next day and are grateful for it, and do everything to align yourself and get the next step, get your conscience to where you can follow it, and it tells you what to do, and you're just flowing. That's the life. You don't need much else. Like, we're sold that everything's external and outside of us, and until you have this, you can't have that, and it's all bullshit. It's fake. All abundance is within you. All the levels are within you. All the answers are within you, and all the peace is within you. There's no feelings necessary towards other things. You have to simply be at peace, and God will give you the things when you're ready. And for me, it's, just growing wherever I am, and I always have this feeling that as well, that, I will be leaving Canada. I'm not sure when, but it's just a feeling that's there. And, God told me to book this trip, so I'm doing it, and then going to Argentina after. And Argentina was where this whole thing started about 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, because I went afterwards, and that's where I basically got lost in, the drugs, the parties, and then Jesus tapped me on my shoulder and said, "Hey, Daniel, you're coming with me," because he gave me the greatest amount of shame and regret I've had in my life, coming out of a club at 7 a.m. and just pointed me towards, like, you just made me feel so much regret. I just said, like, I can't live with this. Like, this is not my life anymore. Like, that much regret I've never seen or heard anybody talk about. Like, having so much regret. I mean, one other person, my brother Mike, but yeah, it's just like that much regret that it's just like, it's almost like it's like something within you. It's almost like you're like mad at yourself, or like you just can't stand yourself. It's like this disgust of like, oh, I just want to get out of my body. That is like, you can't avoid that. There's no feeling greater that can overcome, there's no feeling of drugs or a woman or sex that can overcome that feeling of like, it's bad. So that's why I'm saying frequency is always going to be above feelings. But the key is, going through that, listening to it, because the ego is not going to just, walk you into the path, the proper way to live. It's going to want you to get all these things externally, chase feelings, and then you're going to come to a point where you realize it's a lie. That step by step you feel worse. You're not, yourself. You don't feel good, and you're getting things. You start to feel shame and then guilt, and then there's that moment where you're just like, and then you can't do it anymore. That's how it has to happen with everybody, I believe. And you can find a way to get out of it, but with the stronger the ego, the harder it is to really live his life, because the ego wants you to chase feelings and find things outside of yourself and get lost in this and that and listen to society and compare yourself to people and compete with people and never be at peace and never be grateful, and it's never enough, and this and that. But really, it's all within. So I mean, you guys will see how I keep growing. You guys will see the trip and how it was experienced. It's going to be just level It's not going to be like, oh my God, like I'm in Rio, and like that's just the devil. Like it sounds maybe weird, or it sounds like maybe sad, but it's not. It's perfect, because you need to be at peace. You need to be aligned. You need to just not be affected by so many things externally. Like that's what people want. Like they want you to be stimulated. They want you to stimulated by women and cars and money and all these things, and like you get a feeling from everything. Like you're just you, and everything comes from you, and everything else is a bonus. Like you get another day. That's the most important thing. You wake up, you get another day. You get to walk again. You get to open your eyes again. You get to see again. You get to smell, hear, touch, taste. You get to have family around you. You get to wake up and look in the mirror and wash your face, brush your teeth, read the Bible, reflect, go on a walk, work out your body, document your life, speak, give wisdom, like give your life, your gift to the world. That is already the gift. Everything else is a bonus. All the consequences of whatever is received, money, the validation you get, cars, house, whatever it is, relationship, everything is a bonus. But at the end of the day, you have to be willing to leave all that for who's the one giving you everything, like no matter how much you get, you have to be willing to leave it all for him. And that's something that I myself see is something that I work on more, like putting more trust in Jesus, like really putting more trust. And like he's given me so much. He's given me, like all this internal peace and abundance. And now it's just putting more trust in him. Like all the fears that come, the stories, like you lacking this, and stories about money, and stories about relationships, or whatever it is, it's fake. You have to just put your trust in Jesus and say, Jesus, I have faith in you. Because where there's fear and there's worry, there's a devil, and there can't be Jesus. So it's how we keep growing. And every day is a new day. Every day is my birthday. Every day is a vacation, a holiday. Every day is Brazil for me, going to a new place, because I get another day. So it's crazy. It's like you just wake up and God gave me another day. Like, that's the way I see it. I'm not lying when I say I don't see a week ahead or a month ahead. I mean, I see a day at the most, 24 hours ahead. Like what I'm going to wear maybe tomorrow. That's about it. That's how far I want to look, because everything is right now. It's present. It's being aligned. So just a quick video. I do have a bit of a, you could say, schedule, but like I said, there will be vlogs. The thing about Brazil as well is a bit dangerous or saying. So, not that I have fear about it, but I'm also not going to be stupid and just be like, oh, I'm with God, so nothing happens to me, because that's just being stupid. So, of course, I know there's things that happen, and, there's crime and people stealing and stuff like that. So it's taking the precautions, but also not going in fear and being like, oh, I can't go here, and like, like I can't do this and I can't go over there. It's like, no, then you're just living in fear. But being cautious and being aware and using your conscience, because your conscience will tell you, okay, don't go there. Like, you see a dark alley and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going there. No, it's like, I'm not going to go there. Like I could do it for the story, which is ego. I used to do things for the story. I used to say, do it for the story. Like, sleep with a girl for the story, do this for the story, It's ego. Doing it for the story is really just being an idiot and risking something for ego, to try and control something. But yeah, we will end the video there. I'm not really sure where else we can go with this, but really, like I said, the wisdom is not listening to excitement, because it's the devil, it's fake, and not giving a feeling to things, because that takes away your power. It's about being at peace, doing the work, sacrificing, removing, and we do that in the coaching. You guys can follow me on my Instagram. I post my habits, my life, the way I grow, wisdom. It's always wisdom. It's never information. I'm not going to just come on here and say the 5 things to do for this, or like 10 steps for this. I'm going to give you wisdom that comes when I flow, and really just sharing the best way to connect with your spirit, who you are, because that's who you are. It's not your flesh. It's not this, your muscles or your body or your face or whatever it is. You are a spirit, and everything else around you is rented by God for you to fulfill your purpose. So that is why getting excited is really does not make almost sense, because it's rented. Everything is rented. Everything is rented for you to experiment your soul and your purpose and your spiritual gift, because we all have spiritual gifts. And it's about flowing. It's about being a channel for your creator and, you know, just living abundantly without fear and doing it for God. And he will repay you and compensate you in ways that you can't imagine, because, yeah, there's, you know, you don't see maybe much externally. You don't see a supercar or a mansion or whatever, you know, you feel like you're lacking, because that's what you're going to respond to. But I've had so much internal growth. It's crazy. I do feel like I have all that already. But it's, you know, just every day is a reset. So every day we keep growing, and every day we just get better and better and better, as long as we align ourselves. So we'll leave it there. We'll start the vlog now, and yeah, you guys will see how we experience Brazil. Crazy. So yeah, hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe. More coming on the trip. I'm gonna try and do every day or every other day. See how it goes. But every day usually is good, because I need to speak. I need to, like, you know, release any stories that the devil tries to creep up with, and just speak and flow. So, you know, you guys will see me. You guys will see the country, Brazil and Argentina. The next 20 days, I'll be there. 22 days, 23 days. Yeah, crazy. So anyways, God bless. Much love. If you guys stay till the end, appreciate you guys. But as always, until next time, keep killing it.